Guys, welcome to the vlog today. We are down here in the garage doing coilovers. Now, I'm about 80% done. I just wanted to bring you in real quick and show you while I had a chance. Before I got the rotors on and all that stuff and the calipers and started bleeding stuff, I wanted to get you in here where you could see a little bit. Now, these are VanSteel coilovers. They're pretty good. They're pretty good as far as fitment. I did have a couple issues with these. They weren't plug and play 100%. Here's how they go on down there. I hope you guys can see this. I replaced, when I separated, you have to separate the lower ball joint. I guess I should probably just walk you through this. You have to separate the lower ball joint. Drop this down. When I did, I went ahead and replaced those with new ball joints. Lower ball joints, those were a major pain in the ass to get out and press in. But anyways, you don't have to do that. I just did it just because I was in there and had it done. I also put in new studs while I was in here. Didn't have to do that. I ended up putting in a longer brake line, a brake hose, sorry. This one's about an inch longer than the factory. I put the exact same ones on the rear of the car, just to give it some extra room. I've already got this one. I've already got these installed and got the rotors on and the calipers on. I haven't bled the brakes or anything like that. Here, I'll give you a look at the rears. They mount like this. I couldn't find any videos on installing coilovers in a C4. A few pictures and that's about it. Let me give you a quick overview of what you got to do here. These bolts, you have to turn around, this one and this one down here. You just have to pull them out, turn them around so the long part with the nut on it is out here. The head's in there. See how it gives it that clearance? I can't get in there to show you. See how it gives it the clearance down here? Same thing up here. That just allows it to have clearance up and down. Then you have to bolt these in up here. Bolt this thing down here. And you're good to go. I haven't set the height on these or anything else. You of course have to remove the leaf springs. The rear wasn't bad at all. Let me get you up under here. Take some bolts off there, a couple clamps, unbolt them out here at the ends, and it pretty much just pops off. There's the clamps for those. There's the ends. Take those off. The rear wasn't bad. The front leaf spring sucked ass. It's such a U shape that it's really hard to get out of there. Anyways, we're back up here to the front. I put longer brake hoses in. I did that just to make sure. Just so we have clearance. You never know. Here's the issues I ran into with this. First of all, you have to cut a little bit off the sway bar end so it will clear. It still doesn't 100% clear that bracket, as you can see, but I think it'll be okay. But it's the end of the sway bar sticking out so far that you have to cut off or grind off. I actually saved a little chunk of it so I could show you guys about how much. That's the piece I cut off there. So not a huge amount, but you have to trim it. I had to trim a little more actually on this side over here. Less on the other side, more over here. Boy, it's pretty dark. I'll get you back around this side where you can see a little better. Here's the issue I ran into. Major issue. Bolts up down there. Bolts up here. Up here is a spherical washer. Let me get a headlight so you guys can see this. Okay, got my little headlight on. There is a spherical washer. It comes with the spherical washer right here, which turns and allows this to oscillate around for clearance down here is what they say. They should have just went with a straight washer and took a little more off this end. But it comes with a spherical washer. Then it comes with 2 lock washers. Then it comes with a nylon nut. Okay, this spherical washer has a little part that protrudes down on the bottom of it to go through the hole on the shaft, on the plate right here. Well, that part is too long. So it was bottoming out on here when you would tighten it. So it's tight, nut completely tight. It's got this smushed down to here, but it was allowing it still to turn, to pivot like this, because there was too much space in between there. It was smashed down, but it wasn't pinching on this, which it has to pinch on, you know, to hold it in place. So I called VanSteel. This is kind of a known problem, is what they said. Why I'm the one telling you about this and they're not is beyond me. I told them it'd be a really good idea to put this in the freaking instructions if this is a known problem for C4s. So anyways, that caused a lot of frustration. So you have to take these, what they recommend you do, take this spherical washer, flip it over, grind 20 thousandths off the back side of it, and then put it back on there. Then it clamps down, which it worked. I grind 20 thousandths off the back of it. But, so it's holding now. But it did cost me some time. I would have had this installed and done last night if it wouldn't have been for that. I basically had to break off and just stop at that point and wait till this morning where I could call VanSteel. God, those things are beautiful. I love them. It's going to allow me to drop the car, give me a much better ride. Still got to put those on. I'm getting ready right now to put the caliper and rotors on the front, get those all locked in, and then I'm going to go around and bleed the brakes. But that's how these are set up. That's my proprietary brake bracket back there, my caliper bracket. I would show it to you, but I'd have to kill you. That's something I made myself. I'm a machinist by trade, guys, so. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update before I got everything together too much. Got too much crap put on here where you couldn't see shit. I'm going to put those on, bleed the brakes, throw those absolutely fantastic, gorgeous wheels on there, and then I'll be back. So here in just a snap, we're gonna transport there. Have got the ZR1 done. She is looking beautiful. Coilovers installed, wheels installed, calipers, brakes installed. We're gonna give you a good look at her today. I've got the garage door open so we can see it a little better. When it's dark in here, you can't see shit. Got the springs out. If anybody needs those, let me know. So, what all have we done to this thing? We're going to go over it. Those are not perfectly centered and it drives me crazy, but what are you going to do? They look good. Alright guys, let's look over this thing. Let's see what all we've done. We have the new wheels, which I absolutely love. This has a 5-inch inset on these. New calipers. New rotors. I did all new brake lines when I put these on, just to make sure everything cleared. Oh, I absolutely love these. I cut those custom center caps for it. Whoop. But we got the coilovers installed. I hope you can somewhat see them back in there. Got that set. Let me put the hood down and we will see how it looks ride height wise. Let me put you over here. For the last day I've been playing with it. Up, down, setting the ride height. And I think I've just about got it good. I have not took it out on the road yet, so who knows. That's about where we've got the gap. Now I think when I take this out and drive it, it might settle just a little bit more. But as far as the ride height, I think it's pretty good. This thing is super low. I mean, when you walk up next to it, it just feels like it's sitting just slammed on the ground. Got new tires on there as well. Just a quick overview of what I've been doing. I'm going to mix this with a video I took, I think about 2 days ago, where I showed you a little bit of the coilovers. They are VanSteel coilovers that I went with. I've got the book laid out here. It comes with these wrenches to adjust it. It comes with the instructions from VanSteel. The actual shocks that come with them are QA1s. They send you a pretty good little, you know, brochure. The coilovers are about $2,000. The wheels were about $3,000. The calipers were a little over $1,000. I've got quite a bit put into this, but I think it turned out absolutely phenomenal. All the little knickknacks, the rotors, the new brake lines. I made my own brackets for it as far as mounting the calipers. They are by no means a bolt-on, but they are gigantic and wonderful. I went with the orange coloring. I think they look fantastic against the green. Guys, I just wanted to give you a little update. I posted on the Corvette forum, and everybody just loved the way it looked. Everybody wanted some more pictures, some videos of it. So I need to get an alignment done before we can go out driving it all over the place. When you take all the suspension and shit apart, you have to get an alignment done. But after I do that, we will take it out for a drive and see how she goes. I've got the, it's a 35-way adjustable setting as far as stiffness on the coilovers. I've got it set pretty stiff. And I want the ride pretty stiff. I want it to handle good. I'm not looking for a mushy, cushy ride. I'd drive the SUV for that if I wanted. I've got this thing. I want it harsh, stiff, handling good, you know. I'm not looking for comfortable. It always amazes me how people get these and talk about how soft they ride. I don't want it to ride soft. If it rides soft, something's wrong. I need to adjust it. I want zero body roll. I want it to handle like it's on rails. Man, look at this thing. I tell you guys, this is I've had a lot of sports cars, a lot of high dollar cars, you know. I had a $90,000 Z06. I'm telling you, this thing looks just as good, if not better, than any of them. These old C4s, I think, are really starting to come into their own. I don't know if they'll ever be $100,000 collectible cars like some rare Ferrari or something, but I definitely think they will. They're coming into their own, and they'll find a collectability. Now, not a lot of ones the ones that are shitty, ragged out, you know. Those guys make C4s look bad. You got to stop that shit. If you got a C4, take care of the goddamn thing. Put some money into it. If you can't afford it, sell it. I'm sick of seeing run-down C4s, and then, you know, somebody hears you have a C4 Corvette, and that's what they think about is some 86 that's worth $2,000 that's run down and shitty. Stop it. Put some money into your shit. But I really think these are coming into their own. Guys, if you put these on wheels, get some nice wheels, get the stance set right, they look really, really good. I guarantee this thing's going to turn heads. You know, and it's just, what, an old C4 Corvette? I guarantee this thing is going to pull some looks. Get a nice exhaust on it, touch up the paint, Get it looking good. I just love them. Maybe it's just me. Hell, I don't know. But I love these C4s. And the ZR1 to boot. Oof, it's got my heart. Yeah, so, I don't know, guys. I'm going to quit rambling. I wanted to give you a look at everything completed. See what you thought. I think it turned out absolutely great. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Next on the list, engine mods. There's a, I don't want to let too much out of the bag, but there's a 391 cubic inch package. It's about 15 grand that I would absolutely love to have on this car. I think the 391 puts it at about right at 600 horsepower motor. So probably a little over 500 to the wheels. I think it's a perfect number for this platform. You don't want to go crazy. My Z06 had 800 horsepower at the engine, 700 torque, 700 wheel horsepower, and that thing was insane. One of these older cars like this, you don't want to go crazy with that. But that 391 package has really piqued my interest. I think that's the perfect horsepower rating, the perfect size for this platform of a car. I really do. If you can get about 500 wheel horsepower out of one of these, I think they will just be absolutely perfect. People go crazy sometimes with the horsepower. It's usable horsepower. And I think 500 wheel horsepower on one of these C4s is about perfect as far as usable horsepower. My Z06 was almost unusable. That thing had spun the tires at 100 miles an hour. It was crazy. So we're not going to do that with this car, but we are going to spice it up, let's say. So stay tuned for more updates. Like I said, once I get the alignment done on it, we will take it out and drive it, see how she goes. But that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for future updates on her. Have a good day.